Ups and downs are a part of life, but sometimes they hit so hard that we begin to question everything. As rational human beings, we are aware that life is not a bed of roses, but sometimes we let go of that rationality and blame life for being hard and unjust. Times like these call for a reminder to put our thoughts back on the optimistic track. We can offer some help if you are going through such a time. We have been in a situation where we feel like our efforts have been for naught. We feel stuck, wanting to give up, as if life was not fair to us even after all that effort that we've been putting into something. Our lives become pessimistic, and all that stays in our minds is, can I ever really succeed? Is that even possible? Why am I not enough? Is it even worth it anymore? This video will help you eliminate that negativity and remind you why you do not need to fret over those questions. The universe works in mysterious ways. It sometimes teaches people lessons in the most bizarre ways. One such lesson was taught to a young boy seeking success in the wrong places. Jeremy, a young boy in his late teens, found the answer he was seeking in a place farthest from his imagination, a river. One evening, this young teenager sat in a park, watching people around him enjoy their evening. As he observed the carefree children and happy couples, he wondered if they had everything they ever wanted. He sighed every now and then, as if each person his eyes landed on said yes. His eyes held nothing but a longing. He was looking for an answer to what he should do. His eyes searched around the park, but after a while, he let his head drop with a sigh. "What's the point?" he said. "I will always be a failure." His voice broke, and his eyes got dewy. "What's the matter, little one?" The sudden voice made Jeremy lift his head up and turn to see who it was. A wise-looking old man stood behind him, a gentle smile adorning his face. The look in his wrinkly yet shining eyes told him that he already knew the answer. Still, Jeremy replied to him, "I'm just lost." He heaved another heavy sigh. The old man gave him a knowing nod and sat down beside him. "Before you were lost, where were you going?" The boy looked far ahead for a minute and then answered, "I don't really know. I never thought about it. I guess I want to be successful, but it doesn't matter how or in what field. I just want to be not a failure." The old man hummed in response, but did not say anything. Jeremy looked to his side to address the old man face to face when he heard nothing in response. "Say, mister, you seem like you have seen your fair share of things in life. Do you know what I might not be doing right? Or what I should be doing?" "What makes you think that I'm not a failure myself?" the old man asked with a chuckle. "You look happy and satisfied. That's not possible for a failure. I am an example in front of you," Jeremy replied. The old man looked Jeremy up and down before he simply got up and began to walk away, instead of answering him. When Jeremy saw him leave, he called out to him, but the old man did not stop. He kept walking as he said, "Meet me at the river tomorrow morning. I will tell you then." And he left. Jeremy watched him leave in confusion and mumbled to himself, "What's so special that he couldn't just say right now?" Despite his uncertainty, the next morning, as the old man had instructed, Jeremy was at the river, waiting for him. When he saw the old man show up, he felt excited for some reason. He ignored the knowing look he received from the old man and began to follow him up the river. After a while, the old man entered the river and began moving forward to the point where his face was almost entirely at water level. Jeremy was so confused, beyond words, but still followed him silently. When he reached next to him, the old man ducked Jeremy underwater. An immediate struggle ensued to break free from the grasp of the old man. Jeremy felt another surge of energy when a fish zipped past his ankles. As he strived even harder, after a little while, the old man lifted Jeremy out of the water, who gasped and took in deep breaths of air. He was first baffled at what just happened. But the old man asked, "What were you struggling so hard for in there?" Jeremy answered matter-of-factly, "Air. I wanted air. Isn't that obvious?" The old man said, "The way you put everything into it right now for these few breaths of air, that's the key." The day you strive for something, as you did today for air, will be the day success will knock at your door. Go after it, as if your life depends on it, and it shall be yours. Those words of the old man made Jeremy realize what he was doing wrong. He understood that he had never truly given his best to anything. It was always half-hearted, or not genuine. His heart was missing in every attempt. You might even say that Jeremy found a new life after that dip because he truly felt like a different person. We need to regularly look into our hearts, where no one beside us can look, and ask ourselves if we really work hard enough for whatever we seek. We often ignore our own potential and hold ourselves back from achieving greater success simply because we are not goal-oriented like Jeremy.